Well, even though my hunt was ruined, I got a couple of good cars. So we'll start with the first one. This is a 2004 Audi S4 Avant with a 4.2 liter V8 engine and a 6-speed Triptronic transmission. And as you can see, it's got the hood open because I'm working on it. It's a bit windy today, so probably gonna get some wind noise on there. But overall, it's a good car. It's got about 94,000 miles. And it has no major body damage. There's Denali. So when I'm been through the car at least once, and the paint overall is good. The bumper has some oxidation in the clear coat right there, so that will have to be sanded out. If you look at the wheels, they've got a, hi Denali. Yes baby, I love you too. I love you too. She doesn't like it when I get in the car or under the car. So we've got wheel rash on all the wheels. Are you, what is your deal? What is your deal? And then if you look at the side, we've got just a couple of small dings right there. Nothing too big. The top paint, it's hard to see, but it's oxidized, but that won't be a big deal. I had the, when I picked it up from Copart, the sunroof was up, and so I'm assuming they couldn't get it closed. When I went to go get it closed for me. The back closed, but it wouldn't go all the way forward. It kept hitting a sensor and moving back, hitting the sensor, moving back. So I lubed it up just a little bit and it shut reluctantly, so I'll have to look at that. All the aluminum and stainless steel on it's gonna have to be polished. Windshield and all the glass is good. The front end has been off of this thing a lot, and there are significant panel gaps in the front bumper. So you can see that there. This is nice and tight. This is not good. I did a short view of it. I've never had an Audi before, but it looks like all the brackets in the right place, so I don't know what's going on there, so I'll have to figure that out. The front bumper has been sprayed with spray paint. There are, as you can see, there was an issue there that they painted, and then right here, you may or may not be able to see it, but the Husky is in the way. Denali, can you move please? So there are runs in the paint. So there's runs in the paint. There's runs in the paint right there. And right there. Yeah, I know. I know you're not happy. And then obviously this is not fitting very well. Headlights are oxidized pretty significantly. You can see the line there between good and bad. So I'll clean those up. Looking at the engine, I'm missing the harness protector here. I've got it on this side, but not on this side. And then some of these coils were replaced. You can tell some of them are original and some of them are not. It's hard to see in the video. The standard intake has been taken off and a cold intake has been put on. So I think I'll leave that. I don't think that's too big a deal. It's missing the plate that covers the battery. Battery was dead when I picked it up, but it seems like the battery has been pretty good. Seems like the coolant's all right. The engine is like most of these do. Their powder coat's chipping, and so I'm gonna refinish that and get that cleaned up. Oil dipstick was snapped off, but it's still working. The oil looks old, but not horrible. So when I was when I first got it here, started it up, and it was misfiring on all cylinders. It would start out on cylinder 8, and the more I revved it, it went to cylinder 7, cylinder 6, cylinder 5. And then I was having a huge problem. I checked the coils, moved the coils over. That didn't seem to fix it. Cleaned the mass airflow sensor. That didn't seem to fix it. So then I knew probably I had a blocked cat, which is what it was. I had a blocked cat. The pre-cat has disintegrated on this side, blown all the junk into the cat in the back, and plugged it up. So I cut the exhaust off. Play good cat, bad cat. Good cat. Bad cat. Got in there, I cleaned all that junk out of there, cleaned that cat in the back enough to where I'd say it's probably about 80% flow right now, about 20% of it's damaged beyond repair. So I've already ordered new cats for it, and I will replace those as well, but I just wanted to clean it out so I could drive it a little bit more and see if that fixed the misfires, and it did. I also don't have any oxygen sensor issues, which seems to be a little bit weird. And the light for the catalytic converter, when I put my scanner on there, it was blinking red, obviously. I cleaned it out, and now it's green again. Even though it is damaged, it's green. I'm still going to replace them, but that's very interesting there. I thought for sure it would give me problems. And then the O2 sensors, obviously, there's no pre-cat in this side, so I thought the differences would throw another code, but it hasn't. So, and I've driven it probably, I don't know, 20 miles at all rev ranges just to see if I could get through a code, but it wouldn't. So it looks like I'm in pretty good shape here. Other than having to redo the exhaust, I think I'm in pretty good shape. Let's go to the inside and see what the inside looks like. So the interior is in really good shape. Recaro seats. You can see the leather's dried out right here. I'm not sure what causes that. I'm assuming water or something, but we're gonna try to rehydrate these seats and bring them back. It's got full power, everything. You can see my code readers down there, all green. Now, instrument panel is really good. The LED is working really well. And then we've got a stereo system that they put in, a JVC system. I don't know if this was stock or not, but I'm assuming it probably is not, because it's all kind of different colors and changes colors. It's got Bluetooth capability. It's not bad at all. It's missing the center console top, which seems to be an issue with these cars, so I ordered a new one. Missing my cigarette lighter plug. I think I might actually try to just change that to a 12-volt plug. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I don't smoke. I don't know anybody's going to smoke in this car. Got a little bit of a crack here, but overall it's not too bad. They did paint, looks like they had carbon fiber, a carbon fiber look trim panel, and then they didn't like that, so they painted over it. So it's all been spray painted black. And it's not horrible, but I can tell. So I think I'm gonna do a carbon fiber trim back in this thing again. And the only window that won't go up all the way is this one, so I gotta replace the regulator in that, and surprisingly that is cheap. So then into the back seat. I mean, it just looks like this thing has never been sat in. It's missing the little what is that that goes in there? Medical kit, emergency kit, whatever it is. Oh, hey there, buddy. And then go over here to the back. Clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle. It is missing the spare tire. It has no spare tire. So we'll have to get one of those as well. So, why was this bounced around at auctions for a while? Apparently it had been through the same auction in Albuquerque, New Mexico a couple of times. I'm assuming whoever had it bought it, found out it had a cat issue. It was originally a California car, so I can imagine that replacing the catalytic converters in a California car is a nightmare because you have to have the right codes for them, and the pre-cat is what failed, so you have to do a pre-cat, basically do an entire new exhaust with pre-cats in it. So then I suppose someone then bought it, went to New Mexico, sold it at an auction, and then someone else bought it, found out that it had major issues with the engine. It was missing and it wouldn't run right. Literally when I got it, you would floor it and it would bog down and it wouldn't go above about 2,000 RPMs. Throwing all kinds of codes for misfire. So they probably at that point, looking at the VIN, looking at the history, then it went back into the same auction again within a couple of months. Do you want to be pet? What's your issue? Hey, what's your issue? So anyway, went back into the same auction in Albuquerque again. And then I want to say it went in a third time to the same auction, or maybe it was just 2 times and then I bought it. So needless to say, I was more than a little bit passionate about wanting this car, knowing that it had been through an auction a couple of times. I knew it was listed as mechanical, but it ran and drive, so you know, I figured it was a transmission issue or maybe an axle issue or something like that. But I just got done driving it just a minute ago. Finally got it to 6,000 RPM. The transmission is shifting very nicely. The suspension feels good. I may have a wheel bearing going out in it, so I'll have to check that as well. But other than that, man, this thing is just great. So this was the second of the 2 Copart purchases in 1 week while hunting. We'll show you the other one here in just a little bit. All right, and we'll give it a start here.